I didn't do that.
I'm gonna record on my computer also. So
Okay, go ahead.
ask you to give me permission, and then Lynn, you can tell about the live, and Marty.
Okay, so we're going to be live streaming, and actually we are live streaming right now on 20 channels, which is really exciting. There's a lot of exposure. Hold on 1 second. Marty. Welcome, everybody. I think Milo's going to welcome you in a second, right, Milo?
Yes. Are you ready to go? We all done? Okay, let's do it. You guys ready? Let's get this thing started. The ONPASSIVE Milo Show. Welcome to the show. I'm so glad you're here, because remember, if you wasn't here, we would not have a show. At least it wouldn't be a good show. It'd just be Milo talking to himself, and he does that enough. But thankful you're here, and let's discuss some things today. But let's get started with the song. Here we go. ONPASSIVE Milo Show is here today. You don't want to miss a single word they say. Bringing you founders from near and far. Listen as they tell you now just who they are. Listen to the stories and how they tell. In just 3 minutes how they're doing well. Telling us what it's all about today. And how they are loving that ONPASSIVE way. ONPASSIVE. It's here to stay ONPASSIVE. There's just no better way. Listen to the ONPASSIVE Milo Show, so then you can be the very first to know. ONPASSIVE is here to stay. ONPASSIVE Milo Show is coming your way Saturday. ONPASSIVE. Yeah. Take it away. Here's Milo. Hey, how you guys doing? It's so good to have you guys on the show. And like I said, because you're here, we can have a show. I like to thank the people who helps out so much in the background and does things for the show. First, let's start in Gene. Come on down, Gene. Gene's been the host for a while. Come on down and say a couple minutes to us.
Oh, wow. I think I hosted once, maybe twice. Thank you, Milo. It's always so great to be here. I'm not always able to make the Saturdays just because sometimes schedules are crazy, but it's always amazing. And I'm so David's presentation last week. Was it last week?
Yes.
Was it last week? Wow. I feel like months have happened since last week. How about you guys?
I know.
Oh my gosh, everything is happening so fast, but I'm so happy to be here. I cannot wait to hear what Amy has to share. Yeah, just I'm grateful to be here. Thank you, Milo.
Hey, thank you for all you do. You fill in when I'm gone or whatever. It's wonderful. And next we have Marcianne Himaboo, who comes on early and she brings people on. And I thank you for all you do, Marcianne. Come on down, say something to us.
Thank you so much, Milo. And thank you, Jean. You did a very great job the time that Milo is not here, and we really appreciate you. And last week's show was just so great. And today, I cannot wait to see what our sister Amy is going to bring to us today. So I'm very excited. I know good news are coming. Thank you, Mo. I'm here. I'm waiting. I'm ready.
All right. Thank you, Marcianne. And next up, we got the guy who helps us out with the chat, always here every week for us and making sure our lives run smooth and stuff. None other than Mr. John Barilla. Come on down, brother.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm really happy to be here today. Just real quick, I want to mention, could somebody make Lystra that's here co-host, if that's possible, please?
Yes.
And I just want to say, folks, I can't wait to hear what Amy has to say myself. I don't know if she is nervous or not. Don't be nervous, Amy. I'm sure you're going to be great. So, hey, that's all I got.
All right. I don't see Lystra. Is she on the panelist?
Well, she just joined us, I think.
I'm right here. I'm sorry I'm late. I was having trouble with the link.
No problem. Oh, boy. Oh, Milo's links always get us confused, don't they? Okay, there you go. I made you a co-host, Lystra. Thank you for all you do. Go ahead, Lystra, and say a couple minutes to us.
Oh, well, I'm just happy to be here. I love all of you and I look forward to the show. Last weekend I wasn't here and I missed Dave because I was on that big Canadian celebration. It was awesome. It was just wonderful. But anyway, I'm here and let's go, Amy.
Absolutely, Lister. You guys had a wonderful time at that meet and greet. I watched the replay of it. It's just so good. And Engineer Mike was there. I don't know if he's on or not, but it was his birthday last week, and what a show he delivered. That's for sure.
Oh, he did. That venue was amazing. The food was great. The dessert was scrumptious. I could just do that every Saturday, but I have to fly home to Toronto on Tuesday. So yeah.
Absolutely. You know what? Oh, I know that we're going to be seeing a whole lot more of these meet and greets come up. And I know I'm going to be traveling around as soon as this thing opens up. I want to travel around and meet the founders and help out wherever I can. You know, if someone needs help or whatever, man, I want to go there and have some meetings or whatever, you know, whatever I can do to help people out. That's what it's
exactly.
about.
But I want my own jet. I can't stand going through these airports. So let the apples start falling. Where is my jet? Because I want to travel too.
I like it. I like it, listener. If I'm in your flight pattern, I'll just have you stop down and pick me up and take me with you. All right.
Awesome.
I love it. Okay, and let's see. Who else we got? I went through John. Okay. Let's go to Miss, the Energized Bunny, Miss Lynn Nakamoto, the person that is every place that helps keep me straight and everyone else straight. Lynn, come on down and talk to us.
This is going to be a good show. I always look forward to it. You know, the programming is excellent. Milo, you did a good job with that. But that's all. It's a winning combination when you select good guests. And I love your stage presence, I guess you call it. It's awesome. So I'm so proud to be associated with you. Everybody just have a good time today.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being associated with me. And I know Marty's kind of busy. Marty, you're more than welcome to jump in at any time. We'd love to hear you. But thanks to Marty for all he does, man. That guy works tirelessly. I don't know how he does it, but he's an incredible leader, you know, and so it's just fun. All right. Well, we have none other than a special guest today, and we've already talked about her, and it's Miss Amy Radecki. And Amy is going to come, and she's going to talk about a project that is dear to her heart. She's talked to me, and we've discussed things a little bit, but I want you guys to hear it from her, man, because she's going to tell you about her Blue Tarp project. Amy, come on down. The floor is yours, man.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for having me on the show today, Milo. I love seeing all your smiling faces, by the way, everybody. I'm looking at all of you. My husband's sitting right next to me. Once in a while, he might stick his head over and say hi.
The other half.
There he is.
Hey, Mike. Good to see both of you, man. Good to have you here. All right, Amy, let's get started. I mean, everyone knows me and you met at the Time Jumpers in Nashville one night on just a weird thing, you know, but we met. Now we've become great friends. And when I come to South Haven, I'm coming to see you for sure. You know, sorry I didn't make it this last time, but I just flew in and flew out. So, but anyway, come on down and let's talk about your Blue Tarp project.
All right. So I've been doing a little bit of research, and I don't know if it's going to be as easy as I once had imagined, but just driving around in our area, out in just near our home even, there's blue tarps on folks' homes. And it's just been on my heart to be able to help with that. So learning about Ash and his heart, and how he wants us to all just make changes in our own areas, in our own towns. So we're driving around, and my husband and I looked at each other and kind of had the same thought at the same time. Maybe we will be able to, resources that we're going to be receiving, maybe we'll be able to help with these houses. but now comes the time where we have to, how do we approach them, and how do we find out if the home has enough integrity to even put a roof on? And so there's lots, the more research I'm doing, the more questions I have. So help me out here.
All right.
It is learning. It's a learning experience. If we wouldn't have had the thought, we wouldn't even be researching it, right? So
Let me help you out here, Lori. So, or Lori, not Lori, Amy. Okay. So we are talking, and me and you discussed this, and the blue tarp project. How did that come about? You were driving around with Mike and stuff. You could see whether it's a tornado, whether it's whatever it is, it's the disarray. Someone doesn't have the money to fix their roof, and you have it in your heart. You have a passion in your heart that those people shouldn't have to live like that. They shouldn't have to go through that. Am I correct there?
Yes. And also we have a friend who has a really, really nice house, and their home had green or black mold in it. And they didn't even need a roof on their house, and he had to have a heart transplant. So can only imagine what our friends that we haven't even met yet, they're out there with the roof that is leaking, and every time it rains and they have that blue tarp on there, maybe they have black mold, and they can't get ahead, one reason or another. But can you imagine what their health is like too? So now I'm thinking about, wow, what else help these people with? And it's all around in our area. And I don't know if my computer is freezing up on you guys.
It is. I at least I'm hearing you're going away a little bit. Is everyone else hearing the same thing?
In here.
I was wondering if it was mine, but I think it's yours. But anyway, so the main thing is you have a passion in your heart to do something for your town and for people around you, which is an awesome idea, because you can make an effect on that. And this is one thing about ONPASSIVE is we have a vehicle now that we can change the life of people. We can go out and do it. So now tell me, how do you plan on going about? Let's talk about that. How do you plan on funding this? How do you plan on approaching it? Let's just talk about that. We'll discuss it. And in a minute, anyone can chime in with what they've got.
Well, I believe we're going to start with the townships and talk to the supervisors, and talk to the board of, I don't know exactly who. We're still coming up with a plan on that. And then do have to have an inspection on the house before we can get the roof fixed for these folks. And what we want to do is just hire a roofer that's one of our friends, and we know that he has a good integrity and he's reputable, so we would just hire him and have it done. But I think we have to start with the township and make sure that we cross all of the T's and dot all the I's and do it the right way.
Right. Now, personally, I could be wrong, but I don't know why the township would have to be involved. In other words, I think my thought would be that you could just go out there and you could, let's say you put in spots underneath this blue project thing, and say some of us decide, hey, we want to do that. So we throw in, because we're all going to have extra money. And because of your passion and what you think, and we think, hey, this could help all around the world, we put a spot underneath that blue project tour. Now we have money growing in there that we can take out, and we could fund some of these projects, or we can fund projects in our place, and as those build up, you give it to the person at that point, they're able to do with it what they want to. I think sometimes if you get into the, well, we got to get this and that and all that, sometimes I think, that's a lot of red tape that doesn't need to happen? Because now correct me if I'm wrong, someone, if you know different, but I was in the building industry, and I know sometimes some of that stuff just gets overbearing. You know what they want. If you're wanting to put a roof on, a person has the right to just hire a roofer and put the roof on, you know, and it'll do it. Now, if you're talking about if it's bad, what if the home is bad? Now that I don't think needs to be our decision, because when we give them that spot, you bless them with that spot for the blue tarp roof. Guess what? It's going to build money. It's going to build money. They'll be able to buy their own brand new home if they want to, or build a new home if they want to. But not only that, here's the key. I believe if we do this and we share, that the people that get shared too, guess what they're going to do? When their apples start falling in, do you think they're not going to share with other people? Do you think they won't be involved with the blue tarp? I think they will. Does that make sense to you, Amy?
Yeah, yep, it does. And I'm glad that we're all together and we can all like cooperate with each other and maybe make this come to fruition. I like having the communication with all of you guys, not just over here in Michigan.
Absolutely. I think if this is one of the beautiful things about ONPASSIVE, if we all put our heads together, we come up with a plan. It doesn't take a lot from us. You know, it might just take buying a spot or 2 spots under that blue project. And guess what? Then anyone in your area that needs a blue project, you start buying them spaces underneath that. It grows, and do you see the beauty of it? It grows not only for you, it not only grows for whoever put that spot in, they're going to make more money so that they can bless others. It's just a win, 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 win in ONPASSIVE. All right, are you got
I agree. I just have go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, do you have anything else?
Nope. I'm just looking forward to hearing everyone's comments and see if we can get this ball rolling soon.
Absolutely. I love your passion of your heart and stuff. Love your heart. So let's open it up for people to talk. Let's see. We've got Satya from India. Come on down and now we're talking about the blue tarp. So we don't want anything other than the blue tarp. We're just discussing that right now. We'll open the mic up later, but did you have something on this project, Satya?
No, sir. Actually, I want to meet you all. Just I want to know, and I want to listen the information from you. Yes.
We'll come back. We'll come back to you then. We'll have open mic later. This is just for the blue tarp. We want to know, hey, how can we make this happen? What do you feel about the blue tarp? We're looking for ideas to make this thing fly and fly big. All right, we got up first, Miss Jean Leva. Come on down and talk to us.
Thanks, Milo. Amy, I love this project. I love the name of it. I can just see it expanding, can't you? Like t-shirts, the Blue Tarp Project. I just absolutely love it. It's just got so much energy in it. And Milo's concept of giving a position, you see someone that has something going on with their home or their property, and then you approach them and you can give them a position. But when you talk about the contractors, you have a friend that's a contractor, and then you can bring them on to fix a roof and all that kind of thing. But I thought as this expands, it's not only going to help, those individual people, your friend, the contractor, it's business for him, correct? And also the word's going to get out. ONPASSIVE associated with the Blue Tarp Project. I mean, I'm getting chills. Can you just imagine every contractor is going to want to compete for those jobs? They're all going to want to be a part of it. They're all going to say, I can do that roof better and cheaper and everything. And it's just going to expand out. People that do everything for homes. It might not be just roofs or black mold treatment or any of those things. This is going to be big. So I hope you're ready. because it's a wonderful, wonderful idea. I absolutely want to be a part of it in some way, shape, or form. I just feel fabulous about it, and it's going to really, really help people. So thank you for bringing this to the Milo Show.
Dean, I love what you said, man, about the t-shirts. How cool is that? The Blue Tarp Project ONPASSIVE, or ONPASSIVE does the Blue Tarp Project.
The Blue Tarp Project, was it buy on passive or what?
Yeah.
I forget what the terminology is, but yeah, I feel you on that.
I mean, if we put that out there, and like you said, it's not only going to change the life of that person that is struggling to keep their house up, but it's going to change the life now, like you said, bring in the contractor. Now the contractor is out there, guess what? He's looking for places because he can give a spot away to that person and he can do the work. It's just win, 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 you know, and I think that's what I love so much about ONPASSIVE. I believe that it's going to take away the greed. You know, the people don't care. It's just, let's get it done. You know, let's get it done. Now, one thing I would like to say is when you give that spot away, now remember, you could have that spot running for, say, a month before you give it away. So the money's already in there. You know what I'm saying? You could hold on to that spot and you could build underneath it. And then all of a sudden you got enough money and you could do that, you know. But as always on the ONPASSIVE Milo Show, I discourage giving away money. I think we should always buy a spot, buy a position for them, help them, show them how to help others. And I think that's where it's about, because don't give them a fish to eat for today, but give them a pole and show them where the water is, and so they can just keep fishing, you know, and it's going to help everybody out. Thank you so much. Gene, you got something else to say, or is that it? You done?
No, that's it. I can't wait to hear what everybody else contributes, because this is rocking and rolling, let me tell you.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. All right. And next up, we got none other than Miss Sherry Green. Come on down, Sherry, and share with us what you got.
Hello, hello. I love this project, Amy. I love it. I wanted to make a suggestion, if I may. I had a construction company, and one of the things that we did a lot of was roofing and siding. And one of the things that I would do is I would go to the treatment centers where people were in treatment for alcohol and drug addiction. And I would hire guys that had to have a minimum of 30 days clean and sober, which is not a lot, but it was enough to know that they had some kind of a commitment. And I would bring them into my team. And I had some of these guys work for me for like 5 or 6 years, right? And they would just, like, it was part of their recovery. It was part of, you know, me building the business, but also wanting to kind of help people. And so because roofing is like, it's tough work. It's probably the toughest part of like building or fixing up houses. It's, you know, the pitches and everything on the roofs and that. And so it's just, you know, it's just kind of like Milo was saying, you could go to the treatment there. Once you go to the treatment centers and you have these people, you can help them by giving, you know, once you see that they're working towards it, that you can get them a reseller position in that. It's just kind of a way so that you can, you know, I had like 4 roofing crews, and that's how I built it. Was just, you know, going out and looking for people that needed the work, right? That were down and out. And man, what a difference it would make in people's lives. So I love this project. And as far as like, I don't know what it's like in the States, but in Canada, like Milo was saying, you don't need to have a permit to redo a roof. I would think that probably the black mold and stuff you would, but roofing is just, it's like a structural thing. Here in Canada, we don't have to have those. So there's so many ideas of like bringing people in and helping all the way around. So if I was in the States, I'd be there in a heartbeat to help you, you know? And so I look forward to hearing what everybody else has to say. Let's go change the world and make a difference, you guys. Thank you for allowing me to share, Milo.
Absolutely, Sherry. I love that. I think in the United States, you probably have to have a permit. So I'm not saying get away from the permit. You will have to have a permit. But to have them come out and inspect it and run through all that, I don't think you have to have that. It's just a roofing permit. You go get a roofing permit. So that's what I think. As far as you know, the crews, I think the crew you would want, Sherry, I think in the United States anyway, you would want a contractor, and maybe those guys could work under the contractor, or especially the cleanup crew.
Yeah, for sure. No, you definitely need to have qualified roofers for sure.
Yeah, that are good.
Yeah, and I always had, like, I'd have roofers, and then I would bring in, you know, like the laborers, the guys that came up and didn't need to know how to roof, but could, you know, be the sidekick or whatever. So
absolutely. The one thing that I would caution us about, we wouldn't be doing it in the name of ONPASSIVE. Okay, nothing to do with ONPASSIVE other than it's a vehicle that, you know, will pay, but we don't want to be associated per se with the liability and the stuff like that. We need to run that through whoever's got it and doing it, you know, that's going to be responsible for that, you know, they've trained the people and stuff like that. Because the last thing we need is to get into a bad situation with that. I wouldn't want that. But as far as funding it, now we can do that, you know, and we can fund it and look good. So Amy, I'm going to throw it back to you. You've heard a couple people talk. Tell me what you think.
I love the input. I do. So my computer keeps freezing up a little bit. So Jean, I didn't hear what you said about t-shirts. I
was just saying, I could just
hear the conversation.
I could just see, you know, like, you know, a bunch of people working on the project, that, you know, the Blue Tarp project, and as Kevin said, powered by ONPASSIVE. I could just see those t-shirts everywhere. So it just sort of like, I see this becoming so big all around the world. Doesn't have to be just the US.
Right.
Certainly it could be in Canada, but all around the world, the Blue Tarp project powered by ONPASSIVE. That's all. I mean, and those could be done through OSHOP, right? OSHOP? Yeah.
Yes, OSHOP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
easy
very good.
peasy. Mm-hmm. And we don't have to wait for that. I mean, as soon as OSHOP's ready, or any other kind of printing facility, you know, those could be done. So yeah, I want to wear one.
Right. That sounds awesome. I really appreciated that. And Sherry, you're welcome to come to Michigan anytime. The more the merrier.
Yeah. All right. And, you know, I think this thing's going to take on a life of its own, the Blue Tarp tour, not tour, but I'm always thinking about music, but you know what I mean, the Blue Tarp project. And it's going to take on you know, it's not going to be just in South Haven. That might be where it was born at. That might have been where the thought come out. But this can go all over the world. And just like Jean said, Canada, I'm sure they've got something, you know, all these different places. And especially when a tornado goes through, when this goes through, how cool is it that we're able to jump in there and help? And it might not be just you know, roofs, you know, all of a sudden it could become bigger, you know, and more. And I love the project, but thanks for your input. All right, next up we got Mr. David Schweitzer. Come on down, brother.
Yeah, I just want to ask a question. I've done a few roofs in my time, and let me ask a question: does the house got construction damage to it, or is just a roof leak?
I don't know if Amy, I can answer.
That's what we have to find out. So when we approach the family, it's going to be one of the first questions that I'm going to probably ask them.
Yeah, because you know, I don't know how old the roof is. If the roof is fairly new and it's leaking, you can tear the part off where it's leaking, and maybe you might have to replace the plywood on it where it's leaking at, and re-roof it and re-put tar paper and re-roof it again. If the shingles are fairly new you can save yourself a whole bunch of money that way and just re-shingle the bad part where it's leaking at. You know, like maybe one side of the roof, you know, if you got good shingles on there, you might just have to shingle one side of the roof where it's leaking at. You might not have to do the whole roof. But if the plywood's bad, it's been leaking for a while, you probably got mildew on it or mildew in the attic a little bit, you might have to take that plywood off and replace that. So it's kind of their call, really, if they want to do the whole roof or do they want to fix where it's leaking at, you know. So, you know, you can save a whole bunch of money that way too. So, you know, like I said, I've done that before. So that's just an idea. And Mario is right. You got to get a permit. With anything you do on a house like that, you got to get a permit to get it worked on. So that's just an idea I'm shooting at you. So
I appreciate it.
That's a great thought there, David. And it is so true that, you know, we don't know what's there with the people, but we know we identified a problem by a blue tarp. Okay, if there's a blue tarp on the roof, it's not supposed to be there. Okay. No one puts a blue tarp on their roof for roofing unless they can't afford to take care of it. Okay, that's number one. Now, number two, remember, we are not making, I don't think personally, Amy, I don't think we should be making that call of what they do with that money or what they do. Lynn, can you block whoever's sharing their screen? Our Raga, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So what I believe is this is my idea. Tell me if you guys think I'm wet or wrong, you know, or whatever. But I feel that what we're doing, we're identifying a problem. They have a problem with their roof. Now that roof being leaking could be getting in. It could be getting mold. It could be doing whatever to them. Okay, but what we're doing, we're identifying the problem that the blue roof is, the blue tarp is there. These people need money. They need help. So
okay, can I bring something out? You can get a contractor come over and look at it. It don't cost you anything to get a contractor come over and look at it and tell you what's wrong with it. He can tell you right off the bat what's wrong with it, okay? I mean, they're not going to charge you anything to go and look at your roof. So you can go from that part.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good, David. But let's, okay, one thing with ONPASSIVE, we have to think different, I think, than we think now, because things are not going to be what they are now. Okay. So what I'm saying is, you know, we don't need to fix the home. Okay. That's not about us. All we're doing is identifying the problem that they got a blue tarp. They need help. Now we go and we help those people because Amy has a heart to do it, and maybe someone else has a heart to do it in their town. So we give them a spot. We can, like I said, we can work on that project thing, give them a spot, and they can figure out what do they need to do, you know, because it's going to change all of our lives. And there's no need in roofing a house if you've got the money to tear it down. If it's not good house, you tear it down, you bring in a modular home, or you tear it down, you put in a small home. You know, there's 3D printing that's coming out. Remember, that's a thing, you know. So, I mean, we could work projects, but we're identifying a problem, which is the guy's got a blue tarp on his roof, and we need to help that guy out, because there's some reason he's not leaving the blue tarp on the roof because he wants to. And like I said, a lot of that can be, you know, with tornadoes and stuff like that. A lot of times people are waiting for roofers to get there, and it's a quick fix, you know. But still, even if they are, I think if you present it to them and say, hey, we noticed the blue tarp was on there. We want to, you know, we've got this project. We'd like to help you, you know, and present it to them that way. And if, you know, they come in and they want to share with others, it explodes. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, Milo?
Yeah.
Can I add something?
Absolutely, Marty, anytime you like.
Okay, I think with this blue tarp concept is very good, by the way. The blue tarp has already told a story. you know it's bad. That's why they got a blue tarp on there. Nobody's doing it for, look how nice my house looks with a blue tarp on it, you know? It's a bad thing. Something bad happened, and they can't afford to get it fixed. Now, the point is, you don't have to do all this inspecting and all that. You have the blessing of the blue tarp Corps, or whatever you want to call it. And every time there's a disaster anywhere, as this grows, people will know the blue tarp people that do this kind of thing. They go in, what happened? Oh, we had a tornado. It skipped that house, and ripped my roof off. They only need a roof. I mean, right now, that's what they need. They need to get out of the rain. You soak the blue tarp people, and eventually you would have people that you could contact and say, look, we would like to get that roof fixed. Getting the people to do it and all that is nothing to do with you guys, or my opinion. You're there to support them in getting a roof over their head as quickly as possible. All the other stuff is going to be done. They've already contacted people. They already know what they need done. They just can't afford it. So I think a lot of the blue tarp idea is unbelievably good idea. It could be under a massive emergency. I mean, some people, the house is demolished. They're not going to put a new roof on nothing. But you know what the blue tarp, the people are in a bad place. They can't afford it. Somebody walks up with a thing, say, look, I'm from the blue tarp organization. We do charity on helping people put the new roofs on under a disaster situation. How can we help you? Boom, 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 boom. You tell people, they fund it. Guy's got a new roof on his house, and you're done. And the rest is history. I don't think you want to make it more complicated than that. All the other stuff will be done. I mean, that's just part of the gig. The point is, they can't afford it right now, and they just need help. I mean, I think that's how I'm reading it. So it's a different situation. You want to get in, you fix it. People here, who did that? The Blue Tarp organization or whatever. You know, this funding, this platform of people that want to help other people. It'll go bonkers. And this goes on every day. Tornadoes are landing everywhere, just destroying homes, and in some cases, just messing up the roof. You have a blue tarp, well, you go in, get it fixed. Maybe I'm making it easier than it is, but I wouldn't get too complicated. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely, I believe that too, Marty. And just think of the advertising that's going to cost for ONPASSIVE with the Blue Roof project. And it's not just for USA. I mean, you have typhoons going on and floodings and all this stuff all around the world. How cool is it that we can be there? We can be the one there that can help. And I think if we fund this project the right way and we all get behind it, man, there's nothing that we can't do. And I think that one will tell another. Amy, I think it's a great call. You got something else to say?
I like how Marty said it and made it more turnkey, right? Just get it, identify it, and get it done. I think it's pretty exciting. Thanks everybody for
We're not
sharing,
done. We're
helping
not
me
done,
think about
Amy.
all of these. No, that's good. I appreciate it.
We're still going. I just wanted to let you say something, but it is true what Marty said, man. We don't have to worry about all the details and all that about it. We just know that they have a problem. We identified that problem and we help them fix that problem. However that is,
Right.
We do that. So let's go to Mr. Tim Dillon. Come on down, brother.
Thank you, Milo. Hey, Amy, I think this is something that we, the ONPASSIANs, have to take to our local contractors, gather them up, talk with them, and when they have someone contact them, they contact us to get the funding to fix that roof. I think it could really work. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful idea. But the contractors must be involved because no matter where you live, every township has their own rules about permits. The contractors will know those rules. They will be able to get the permits and do the work if it's going to be funded. Because I'm one of those blue tarpers, and I have black mold. It's terrible. And the health issues of that are very significant.
Yeah. And keep in mind too, Tim, and everybody else, the people with the blue tarp would love to do the legwork knowing that you're going to get them a new roof. You don't have to do that part. I'm just saying, eliminate that. You have created something for them that'll bring tears to their eyes. We're going to get you a new roof. What did you find out? Well, they'll do it for $7,800. I got a person that'll do it. Okay, we'll fund it. We'll take care of it. Something like that. Quick, get in, get out. Because you might be talking about 20 roofs on one street. And then the advertisement part would be, like Milo said.
It still starts with the contractor.
No, I understand. But my point is, before the blue tarp went up, or on the process of it, I'm saying common sense is the family looked into cost, looked at all the stuff and said, we can't do that right now.
That's where I was at.
Yeah. So if they do the legwork, which they'd love to, because it's not the legwork they're having a problem with, it's the financing of the roof.
Exactly.
You fix the financing part. I would not make a job out of something that you're just there to bless them with a new roof. That's it. Get them a new roof. A lot of that work will be done without us touching that part of it. It just makes it quicker. That's all.
But we can touch the contractors and let them know that we are there to help.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even go there. I wouldn't get that involved. I would get involved with the people that need to be helped. Because listen, the more you're involved, the more the person with the blue tarp is embarrassed. The contractors don't need to know how they're getting the money. They just know they're getting it. And I would make the person feel less stressed by working through the person with the blue tarp than doing all the side work for the people with the blue tarp. I think they'll do it anyway. I think they'd love to do it, knowing they're going to get a new roof. I mean, that's my opinion. I may not be very clear on it.
All right.
It's a good one, Marty.
Yeah, it is. Hey, let me throw this in, Marty. This is what I think. Now, I could be wrong again, but this is the way I think about it. I think we have to change the way we think. I don't think we should pay for that roof ourselves. Let the person pay for that roof. Now, let's say Amy puts a spot out, a blue tarp project, and Milo loves that project because he thinks that it's a good project. So he buys a spot underneath it. And then Milo's got extra money. He buys a couple more spots underneath it. And now this spot that he has is growing. It's growing. Now, would it be possible that Milo then takes one of those spots that's got enough money in it to pay for that roof and say, hey, you know what? We're going to bless you. Here's the money. You can pay for it. But this is the thing. This is going to grow for you. But what we would like for you to do is help other people, pay it forward. Don't let that chain of love.
Milo, that's even better yet. That takes what I thought of and took it to a new level. Yes, because now you're compounding blessing.
Absolutely. And now that same spot is going to rebuild itself over and over and over and over again.
Very good. Very good, Milo.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that you guys like it, but that's the way I think. I always try to think, hey, I don't want to give people money, just money. In other words, if I give them a spot and the money's in there, they're using it. Well, then I bless them. But not only did I bless them, I blessed whatever project I'm working on. And just like the one last week, the ocean reclamation, I had no idea I would be so interested in it, but I'm fired up about it. And I'll be buying spots underneath that, so that I can build and help people in that area also, Make sense?
Yes.
Very good, Milo. You took it to the next level. Yeah. I was just trying to, in my mind, stop creating a job out of this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I was doing.
And I think by doing it that way, Marty, you're actually putting the money in their hands, and they're not embarrassed now because they're the ones paying for it. You know what I'm saying?
And the beauty of it, 6 months down the road, they could be helping somebody else get a roof put on their house.
You are exactly right. That's what I love about it. Yeah, that's what I love about ONPASSIVE. I mean, my mind just goes, it's blown when I think about the possibilities that can be done. And that's why I wanted to do this format, kind of to let's discuss, because man, 2 or 3 heads are better than one, man, and we throw things off of each other, and you can see the beauty of it. All right, let's move. Tim, did you get through, Tim?
Yeah, Milo, I think I did.
Okay.
I think we're doing a very wonderful thing with this project, and I think it will compound itself just by doing it.
Absolutely.
You guys are wonderful.
I believe so too. All right, next up we got Mr. Bruce Gerstein from Florida, one of our big supporters. Come on down, Bruce, and talk to us.
Hello, and thank you all very much. You know, one thing that is very true is anything we want to do to help people will be part of what ONPASSIVE is about. But I wanted to ask Amy some questions. Is that okay?
Yes, sure.
Amy, the Blue Tarp project, Kevin had put the website up on it, and it focused on the face of homeless people. And Blue Tarp had a lot to do with people who lived homelessly with Blue Tarp that they slept under. So I wanted, and the video is very powerful. And my suggestion in the future is to use that for a presentation because it is really a lot of self-explicit, so that other people know what's going on. So my question is, how much did it focus on the face of homeless, and so people understand get in touch with the humanity and who are the homeless people, the humanity of them. And let me start with that. Is it focused on getting the picture attached to the message of the plight of the homeless who need housing, who need roofing if your house is wrecked and you need a new roof? But what is the real focus on your project? Because it's 2 different things. Putting a roof on is different than getting a roof under you. Was that question clear?
It keeps breaking in and out. Milo, could you help me? I didn't hear all the question.
That could be my voice.
Yeah, tell me again, Bruce. I didn't follow all the way.
In the website with the Blue Tarp project.
Okay, hold up. Where's the website? Because I haven't seen a website. I didn't put one up.
Kevin has put it in the chat.
Okay, is it the picture that I put out with the blue tarp on a house?
No, it's a picture of people who are homeless.
Let's see, Kevin, are you here? Can you help out? Is Kevin here?
Kevin did put a link in the chat quite a while ago. That's what Bruce is referring to.
Okay.
And the picture that you're talking about is what I saw earlier of the gentleman on a roof putting the blue tarps.
Yeah,
I think it's 2
did
different
that.
things, though.
Yes, I did that. So, but I don't know about the website. So I would have to go back and look at it. I didn't know Kevin had did something like that or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, the question, Amy, was about the focus on Blue Tarp. Is it about roofing or is it about the needs for helping homeless and attaching a face to them so that we could feel the humanity and get their stories?
I understand what you're asking. It originated just from blue tarps on roofs of houses, but I have seen homeless using tarps and using them like tents. Even on everywhere I travel, I see homeless people, but what my intention for the project was for homes.
Absolutely. So I think what she's saying, Bruce, is we can't make this a big thing like that. We want to be focused on, tarps that we see on roofs for this. That's what that's for. It does identify a problem that they have, but we're gonna have things for homeless that will be big too. Oh bless, and we've got other things where we can target anything. But Amy's passion is about when she drives by, she sees tarps, blue tarps on roofs. That shouldn't be, and she wants to help correct that problem, help that problem. So that's the people that we're identifying, and we want to go there. Now, that's not saying that down the road, maybe she will expand to homelessness. But I mean, if you get that big out there, let's leave some for some of the other people to make their projects, so that they become passionate about their projects. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, certainly this project, Amy, will be very beneficial for the people in the Southeast Asia as well, who suffer from typhoons every month during their season. Sometimes they're bigger than our strongest hurricane here, and their roofs and their houses get devastated. So wherever this is going, I know I'm in, because I want to help the people in the Philippines, people in Africa, and a lot of other places. So thank you so much for your passion.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Bruce and Amy. I'm sure that you'll be putting a website together or whatever, explaining the blue tarp comedy tour, the blue tarp project, that we'll be putting something together or whatever, as far as how is that gonna, we're explaining it and stuff like that. So I think we're gonna see a lot of stuff come up like that, but like I said, let's focus on the blue tarp on houses type thing. Amy, you got something to say?
When I went to Katrina relief, we went down and helped people with their homes in New Orleans. Well, near New Orleans. It actually was Mississippi, right? Burlington. Here in the United States, they still had damage to their homes after 5 years, and we were down there helping, and we went back on the city as well. Anyway, it's where it started in my brain, and then I get home to my own hometown and I see all these blue tarps. So thanks to Ash, we'll be able to help them.
Awesome, thank you. All right, next up we got Miss Sherry Dursaway, one of the angels from California. Come on down, girl.
Hello, everybody. Hope you can hear me. My voice is kind of funny today.
Very good.
Anyway, I love that, Amy. Because mold can be very havoc on somebody's health, and if we can prevent that, that would be great. And another additive thing too is, I don't know if somebody said this, and maybe I didn't hear because I had to step away for a couple minutes. Some of the mold, sometimes you have to evacuate your house. I mean, you can't be there because depending on the extent of it. So maybe we can also have something set up to pay for them to stay somewhere else, because sometimes people's insurance doesn't cover that type of thing. So we can have that too available at hand as well. Does that sound okay, Amy?
That is a great thing. The family that was in South Haven here on Lake Michigan, the gentleman had to go to the hospital because of the black mold. He ended up losing his heart. They had to give him a heart transplant. And while he was healing and while the house was being cleaned, did have to tenant housing. So that's a great point that you brought up. I appreciate the reminder.
I'm sure you thought of it. I just was wanting to bring it by other people because mold could be very havoc, like I said. So you have to be very careful. It's a very fine line, and sometimes people do have to leave their home because it's gotten in so many places in the area of the walls and stuff that you don't even see. But having the tarp thing, I thought that was incredible because, yeah, you're right. So many people, they don't have the money to fix it, or they're afraid to ask people because they're getting afraid of getting ripped off. So with Unpassive, it's just a name changer in so many ways. It's good to listen to people's ideas and say, oh yeah, what about this? What about this? Because maybe we're skipping that or something, or maybe we haven't given it much thought. So thank you. This has been phenomenal. Love you guys, all the pieces.
A great thing, Sherry. But one thing, let's go back to what Marty said. I think we need to keep it simple. We don't need to be involved with all of it. Now, we could put a paper together that says, hey, we've seen you got a blue tarp, and what about the mold? You need to check it and all that. But let them do that research. Let them do that. All we're there to do is provide them a fund to pay for it. In other words, like I said, and Amy, that could be from anybody. If you got someone or someone's got a project that they need an X amount.
I think it's need to lead it.
It's Harley.
Get it. Give me a
Nelson.
second. Yeah.
I'll remove him.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So let me get back to my point, if I remember it now. Okay. So what we're going to provide, what I think the Blue Tarp should provide project is that as we build underneath this Blue Tarp project, so someone might have, say, hey, we're going to need, they say it's going to take $7,000 to fix this. Okay. Someone might have a spot that's $7,000 and they give it to that person. Now they have the built-in income. They also have a spot that's probably underneath the sponsor because they put in a spot. So in other words, if Milo puts in a spot and then he puts in a whole bunch more spots and one of them grows to the amount that you need, I say, hey, here, take this one, and give it to remember, that still funds the Blue Tarp project, but it also sponsors whoever that sponsor is that made the contribution. Now that person is going to start building, underneath, and everybody gets blessed all the way up through. Does that make sense?
So are you saying that they will become resellers then? Is that
yes,
correct?
Absolutely. I believe that my thing is that anyone that wants the Blue Tarp to work for them, that they should be fine with taking that position and also giving out and sharing with others. And don't let the chain of love stop with you. That's the way I think you grow very fast with it. Make sense? All right, let's see. Who do we got up next? Chizoba, come on down.
Yeah, in addition to what you just said, I think it makes sense. There's a saying that if you give a man a fish, he will eat for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, he will eat for life. So that is in support of that, because then if you do that, you're not only providing them the avenue, you're providing the avenue for them to be able to do the same thing with others. But the other thing I need to address in my own part is for the past week, I'm not able to get into my back office. I've been a founder since July 2018. So when I try to get in my back office, it sends me the code. I receive the code, but I'm not able to.
Hold on, Zobi. This is not support. We're only talking about the Blue Tarp project. So that needs to go through support or something. That's not a question that we answer here on this show. All righty.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, good point. Oh, I love the part about the fish. Always love that, you know. And here's the other cool thing about it. You know, if you give a person a spot and you explain to them about what it is, and guess what? They're like a dud. They don't do anything. Don't worry about it. It doesn't affect you, because guess what? They're still building. They're still building because they'll use OML, they'll use ONET, and all of a sudden they're going to get people coming in, and guess what that does? It just builds the Blue Tarp project. All right. Thank you, Chizobi. Okay, and next up we got Jean Levi. Come on down.
Hi. Hey, I just want to, before this meeting is over, I want to clarify the website thing. So Kevin had posted in the chat a website that I believe was bluetarpproject.com. So the question to Amy is that, are you affiliated with that website? I didn't think so. So we want to clarify that the link that Kevin posted is not Amy's project. So Amy, this happens all the time. You have a great idea and someone's already used the name. So you'll have to kind of think about what you want your project name to be. And this is for everybody on this call, is that if you have a great idea, Google the heck out of it and see if someone's already using that awesome name, and then you'll have to come up with a different one. And that's just the way it is. Or Amy, you could reach out and look at that website, and I haven't looked at it yet, but you could look at that and say, hey, they're doing the same thing I'm thinking of, and maybe there's a partnering or something. You know what I mean? But I did want to clarify here so people don't go to that link and say, oh, that's Amy's project, because it's not. Okay, so all right. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to clarify that.
Thank you so much for clarifying. Great point, Gene. You know, we do have to be careful, you know, but like you said, hey, maybe it'll work out as a good partner, or maybe it's something that you can buy that website, you know. There's a lot of different things. I can do a search on it and find out who actually owns it. So, all right, let's see. Who do we got next? None other than the poet himself, Mr. Curtis Davis. Come on down. And if you haven't signed up for his YouTube yet, please do it, because this guy works tirelessly. He's got like over 600 poems that he's written. And if you're not watching them, you should be, because he calls out how many days left. He also tells how many founders. So if you want to know when you come in that date, how many founders was there, go to that YouTube. You can get it on his, or of course you can get it on mine, but I recommend that you sign up for both of them, because we both put a lot of work into it. Appreciate you, Curtis. Come on down, brother.
Hey, this is an awesome idea. And the only thing that I would suggest is maybe that, you know, a lot of people have insurance and they just can't afford the down payment on the insurance or what their place is. We don't want to make it any easier on the insurance companies, because they're raping us anyway. So let's go ahead and make sure we do that. But man, what an awesome thing would that be, to be able to go out and tell people, say, hey, we want to replace your roof. We're going to give you this position. This position's here. But there might have to be some stipulations in there so that they do go ahead and replace the roof. I don't know how that would be done. And what Tim Dillon said about the contractors would be jumping all over that thing, because you know what? Hey, I've got this little old lady that's been wanting to get a roof done. She can't do it, and she can bring them into ONPASSIVE, and then the contractors can make money too. But it's awesome. No, Davis.
All right. Thank you, Curtis. It's a good point. And I believe, you know, by what we had talked about, how much do you need if it's a down payment? We give them that along with a spot. So we have a place that's got that much money into it. And I mean, we could actually just load that money in from our account. In other words, if you need $3,000 down, okay, we can take a spot, even if we just buy it, but we have $3,000 we put in there. We give them a $3,000. They can get it going, but at the same time, it's building for them. Great point, Kurt. There's no need in paying extra, that's for sure. But remember, we have to think a little bit different here. We don't really have to worry. I mean, I don't want to say just go out and throw money out, but we have a lot more chance to help people. Now, I remember when I was in Michigan, I was a contractor for a while, and I did a program called the weatherization program. And what the weatherization program is, it would take, I would go out and I would put weather stripping on houses and stuff like that, you know, and there were times where I wish I would have had something like this that I could have said, man, I just want to, I want to fix this for you, you know, I want to fix. In fact, I remember one time in particular, a little old lady that the place, and she wasn't begging for nothing or anything. But man, I went in there and the stuff that needed to be done that they didn't approve, and I just went ahead and did it because I mean, my heart, I just felt for this little old lady. But there's things out there like that and stuff. So anyway, all right, let's see. Do we have anybody else? It looks like that was the last of the hands, and it's 2 o'clock. Anybody else got anything? Nobody? All right, Amy, listen, I know me and you talked about something else, and I want to hear about it. So tell us what that is. Tell me a little bit. Don't tell me your story, okay? Because I want your story to be on the cancer thing. It's a great story. So don't share all of it, but just give me a little point of it of what your passion, your other passion is. And I think all of us should look, and we should come up with, you know, 2 or 3 passions that we're going to do, things that we're going to do to change the world, you know, because we all have that within our power now, you know, but focus on 2 or 3 things and let other people focus on other things and just join them. And that's what we talk here. So Amy, just take a few minutes and tell us a little bit about your story, because it's impressive.
So tell my story without telling my story.
Yeah, just bits and pieces of it. I know it's hard, and I know you're passionate about it, and so am I.
Right.
Okay? And we're gonna put it together, and it's gonna be a great story. It is. Okay. So just kind of tell what happened a little bit, but not the whole thing.
My first husband and I had 6 kids. My oldest child had Down syndrome and leukemia. So we went through the cancer treatment and all of that. So I'm passionate about helping families with children with special needs. I'm passionate about helping people with children that have cancer. I'm also became a single mom and raised 4 children alone for 8 years. So I'm also passionate about helping single moms and single dads even, you know, helping with their children and helping them get college educations and things like that. So that's the short version.
I love it. And so Amy went through a thing. Let me just bring this up. Amy went through a thing. Now, if I remember this correctly, he had leukemia, and you tried to get help. There was no help available for you anyplace. Insurance company backed out. They wouldn't even follow it, but they expected you and your husband to foot the whole bill. And when you had to foot the bill, of course, you lost everything. You and your husband lost everything. It's a sad situation. I can't imagine going through that. I went through cancer with my wife. We had good insurance, but you know, when I heard your story, I'm telling you, it grabbed my heart. And I do want to sit down with you, and we will do a story on the whole cancer thing. So you guys watch for it. I tell you, it is an amazing story. It's incredible, you know, and she has a passion for it just like I do with cancer. And I said, hey, let's team up together, because I'm, you know, one of my big things is going to be cancer. So look for that coming out. Amy, I want to thank you for coming today, man. You did it good. You knocked it out of the park. You know, people loved it. So thank you so much for coming today and joining us. So if you got any last words, go ahead.
Thank you.
Either one. Mike too.
Thank you for, yeah, and my husband here, he's staying off screen most of the time, but he's here.
Okay.
But thank you. Thanks everyone. I took notes of everyone that came out and talked to me and helped brainstorm. I like that we were able to help each other brainstorm with that. So thanks everyone.
All right. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Mike. Mike, I know you're in the back scene there. You know, thank you. You guys are doing an incredible job. Hey, Mike, good to see you, brother. You're muted. Good to see you. That's Mike, Amy's husband there. Great people up in Michigan that I met at the Time Jumpers. Who would have thought it?
Yay.
Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thank
want to
you.
say something, Mike?
What to say?
You want to say something?
Oh yeah, I just really appreciate all the comments from everybody else. Everybody puts their heads together. We can get some stuff done, and great comments and great thought. You know, and that's what you need to push a project forward. That's great.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Amy. So great to be here. All right. So now let's kind of change the format or change what we're talking about. It's 2:09, so we got about 40 minutes or something left. Now, what I would like to do is I want you, anyone can raise their hand on this one and talk about it. Tell me why you were excited. I'm telling you, the last week was incredible. Incredible things that happened. Tell me what makes you so excited to be a part of ONPASSIVE. If anyone's got any hand, oh, it's already up there. Mr. Ron Holbert, all the way from Florida, that runs Ron and Lynn Friday night. Come on down and talk to us, brother.
Hey there. Use Chris's hey.
There you go.
But how you doing, Milo? Good?
Good. I'm doing wonderful. Doing awesome. Better than I should be.
All right. Good. I tell you what excites me, Milo, is what Mr. McFarlane has done for us. He has put us over the top. He is bringing things out daily that we don't even know about. He was on our webinar last night, shared some stuff. It was a good webinar. I hope everybody enjoyed it that was on the webinar. But there's just not one thing that excites me. There's multiple things that excite me about ONPASSIVE. You know, the passion that Ash has to develop these products, and instead of keeping them to himself, he's sharing it with all of us. And there's not a lot of people that would do that, spend the kind of money that he's spending to do this project to get ONPASSIVE off the ground. And I think we're very close, Milo.
I love it.
I think I can see the plane at the beginning of the runway, warming up those engines.
Oh, it's so good. Hey, thank you, Ron. You guys do a wonderful job on Friday nights. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I had to work last night, but I will. I always watch the replays. So thanks for all you guys do for us, man.
God bless you, man.
God bless you too. We appreciate you. And I hope are you feeling better, Ron?
I am feeling better, but still have, some issues, but
good.
That's mostly no, I don't have mental issues.
Hey, I pray for you every day, and you got a lot of prayers going up. So that's
I know it. If I think ONPASSIVE just was amazing with the prayers and the help they did for my puppy dog. He's got to go back next week and get some more blood work because they can't figure out what's wrong with his liver. But hopefully they will, because I got 4 girls and didn't have any boys, so he's my only son.
All right.
Thanks, Milo. I appreciate you letting me talk.
All right, Ron. Good to have you. Okay, next up we got I gotta look at this over here. Miss Lystra from Canada. Come on down, Lystra.
Hello again, everybody. Ron, You've got ONPASSIVE to look forward to. You're going to be just fine, just fine. And my plane will be on the runway to pick you up as well. So it's Milo and anybody else want to jump on.
I'll be waiting in the ticket line.
Anyway, yes, as you guys can see, I am pumped. I have never been so pumped for years and years. I look at ONPASSIVE and I see a whole different life. You know, I have my children and my grandchildren and so on, and my sisters and so, but I tell you, ONPASSIVE is a whole new family for me. It's a whole new world. And I am so excited to be here and to see all you lovely people. I have no more words, you know, to explain the way I feel. It's incredible. But I just wanted to share that, to tell you all that I am in this with every one of you all the way, all the way. I'm so full. My heart is full. I say that all the time, and it's so true. It feels as though it's going like this, pump, pump, and it's going to explode one day. So we got to do something, people. Let's get together, because after this one here in Calgary, I want to meet more people. I want to hug more people. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. Yes, Jean, just like that, just hug everybody. It's wonderful, wonderful. And I could go on, but I'll stop because everybody else is there. Thank you, Milo.
All right. Thank you, listener. Thank you for your support of the ONPASSIVE Milo channel. We appreciate it. All right. And next up, I'm going to ride that plane with you one of these days for sure. All right. Next up, we got Jean Alavia. Come on down.
Aliva. Yeah, Listra started to go there. And I'm like, don't go there, Listra, because I'll start crying again. So, but I'm going to keep it light and fun. Over the past 2 years, and Milo, I know you can relate to this about the thinking differently. In the beginning, when Ash was saying, you know, you got to dream bigger, you got to dream bigger, you got to dream bigger, plan bigger, bigger numbers, you know, and those things in the beginning, it was sort of like, oh, well, if I was thinking I'd want to, you know, extra $1,000 a month, maybe I could be, you know what I mean? Like you start thinking numbers, you know, when he said that, or thinking about projects and whatnot. But over these past 2 years, I can feel it. Even in the last couple months, it's like this bubbling joy of all of a sudden we're like kids again. We're like when we had these dreams as kids, you know, whatever they were. It could have been, I want to be an astronaut, or I want to be like, even that's a perfect example. Ash is going to take us to the stars in one way, shape, or another. And so I feel like a child, a happy child, and all of the ideas that I had are now not only like, you know, sort of dreams, but they're going to happen, or even better things are going to happen. And it's just, I use the word reigniting. It's like everything that we ever thought was possible as younger people is now fully possible, and we get to do it with these wonderful people that have gathered around us, and even better things that we dreamed, and we'll have the technology to support it, we'll have the funds to support it. And that is what I mean. That's just one thing, like what Lister meant. Like we could go on and on, but that's just one thing that I'm super excited about with ONPASSIVE, is that I never dreamed I'd be in a company that would make me feel this way. And I just, it's so I'm so excited about it. So anyway, thank you so much. I just wanted to share that real quickly.
Jean, that was great. That was great. You know, and I feel the same way, but I almost feel like we're sitting in the rocket. We're strapped in, and the countdown has begun. And there's nothing going to stop us now. We're fixing the blast off. And the feeling is amazing, because we are not going to think like we used to think. We have to get away from that, because it's not what it used to be, you know. And you know, I remember when I first come in, I did the same thing, you know. Well, you know, hey, if this thing will give me $500 a month or $1,000 a month, and then all of a sudden, well, you know, maybe it'll give me $5,000 a month, and then, you know, all of a sudden, it starts, my heart and my mind starts connecting with this project. And it's not about me. It's not about what it's going to bring me at all. Nothing. Yeah, even though it is, that's a side product or whatever, but it allows me a vehicle that we can bless other people. All humanity we can bless. Now, there's another part of it, the products that's being delivered. Ash is just over delivering everything. And when we seen what we seen, and we seen how that moves so smoothly, how it was all integrated together. Who in the world is not going to want it? How easy is it going to be to say, hey, you should try this oatmeal out. It's a good thing, and all of a sudden, on all of your emails that you send down at the bottom is, hey, I'm using a new mail. It's called oatmeal. Click on the button here. And guess what? They go there. They like it. They love it because it's got autoresponders. It's got chat box. You can send out 1 million emails or texts all at once, And all of a sudden, when people see this, and I'm talking about even big marketers, when big marketers see this, they're going to jump on this with 2 feet. And guess what? If you were the one that sent them that thing, you're blessed. But guess what? If you didn't, you're still going to get blessed. This is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. How it pays from top, bottom, sides. It doesn't matter where you're at. If you are in ONPASSIVE right now, you have not one care in the world because you're all set for life. All right, let's go to the next one. Dr. Benny, come on down, Dr. Benny.
Love that smile.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Brother Milo. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to my brothers and sisters. I always say my queens and kings, right? On this amazing webinar in different parts of the globe. Now, let me tell you my excitement. I am always, the first excitement is communicating with the one and only CEO. I don't know if there is any other CEO that I can talk to, but this our CEO, he is someone that loves all of us. He does. He cares about all of us because of the vision that he saw, and he decided to introduce it to all of us. Guess what? My father has more than 32 children. And because of ONPASSIVE, I will do my best to help my brothers and sisters in Cameroon. Now, the most important thing that I joined ONPASSIVE is because of my school loan. My school loan will be paid. My children's school loan will be paid. That is an excitement. Guess what? There are people out there killing, trying to steal, but no more killing. That is another excitement. We will have what? Healthier population. My goodness. That is another one, excitement. Guess what? These children who are suffering right now, single parents, some of our children in the group home that need serious help, there will be help because I believe I will do my best. Those who are homeless, we are going to work together to help. So no more suffering. That is why I'm excited. And guess what? We have the best products. We have the best, let me just say, our developers in India. They have done the best. I just want to thank all of them. I have more to say, but I'll be quiet for now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you, Dr. Benny, for coming down. All right. And next up, we got Miss Marcy in Boo. Come on down.
Thank you so much, Milo. And thank everybody here to listen to me. And you're asking, why are we so excited? Yesterday, I was blind. Today, I can see. Yesterday, I was speechless. Today, I can speak. Yesterday, I was hopeless. Today, I have hope. That's the ONPASSIVE. That's the reason I'm so excited. I am so excited because this vision of ONPASSIVE from Mr. Ash Mufara have given me the opportunity to become that person that I always wanted to be, but there was no a way how I can get there. Today, I believe that I'm already there. I'm not waiting for tomorrow because tomorrow is here already. I am somebody that I was not yesterday. Today, I'm a new person. Today, I can speak to you all. Today, I have 1.4 million friends and family around the world. You cannot find that from anywhere. Today, a young girl from a very poor country, third world Cameroon, will be able to gather some people or some children around and give them some clean water. That's why I am so excited. Today, I know that the little $5 is now for me a new 5 cents. So because of this great company, today I knew that when I go to bed, I will be praying to God and praying to dream and dream big. Because yesterday I couldn't dream. I know the reason I couldn't dream because I was so afraid if I have the dream, how am I going to achieve it? I have a meaning to achieve my dream because of this great company. So ONPASSIVE, I've turned around, and if you are here and you say you are not excited, I don't know the reason why you are here. What our CEO told us on last Thursday, last Tuesday, last Wednesday, last night, oh my God, I need some sleeping pill to be awake. I don't know if anybody is in that same place, because we are seeing all the puzzle that for the past 2.5 years that I've been in ONPASSIVE, we are seeing the puzzle trying to come together, and we see, when I see those puzzles and they are getting together, I know that, oh, today is here. We are not waiting and say, oh, I can't wait. No, it's already here. Please, let us take it seriously and keep being excited and dancing. Just be happy. Just continue to be happy. Thank you, Milo. This is such a great show. And I thank Amy for the great presentation. That was very nice. And anytime you have that project ready, please, we will be around and will always chip in, and together we'll work for the children. And I have that passion also for the children that have any kind of disability, for single mother, because single mother or single father doesn't automatically mean that you are not, you can be single mother or a single father in different way. Just for the condition of life can make you be in that, doesn't mean that you have some kind of divorce with the husband. I am one because life make me live away from my husband. So we are raising children like single father, single mother, but we are still married. So we have a lot of common things to go together. And I'm so grateful and so excited because ONPASSIVE have come with this platform, with this movement, to bring people that they can think alike together in the same house and bring all the idea and imagine what this idea are going to be. It's going to be a boom when we go out there and start doing what we want to do. Thank you, Milo, for having me, and thank everybody for being here. Let us dance.
All right. Thank you, Marcienne. Thank you, Marcienne. Okay, it looks like we probably got enough hands up to take us out to the end, stopping with Idris Omar. I think that's about all we have time for. So we'll go with that for now. So next up, we got Mr. Mamodu. I know he's working someplace. Come on down, Mamodu.
Yes, Mr. Milo. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my fellow brothers and sisters. Thank you very much for allowing me to say something. Yeah, you asked the question, are you excited? Yes, 1,000 times. I was born in a country called Sierra Leone, West Africa, from a large family. And this family depend on me. And that's why I had to leave my country, Sierra Leone, and came to America. And since I've been in this country, I've been working. I know some of you know my nickname, the hardworking man. I've been working. The reason is trying to help them. And now I got this opportunity that will give me the chance to do whatever I want to do for them. You know, I can be more happier than anything, you know. So if you ask me why are you excited or are you excited, I am 1,000 times. So thank you very much. And I'm always grateful and thankful to for Mr. Ash, you know, to extend this opportunity to me and for you all to help us understand the opportunity we have in our hands. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Mamodu. Thank you very much. I know you're excited for sure, just like we all are. All right, next up we got Mr. Akram. Come on down, Akram. Where did Akram go? Did we lose him? We'll come back to you, Akram, when you get back in. All right, let's go to next up. We've got Satya from India. Come on down.
Hi, all of you. I'm Satya from India. I want to say something. Yeah, we are involved in ONPASSIVE, so that we are having many ways to help the humanity, so that we can go with ONPASSIVE. We have Ash and we have ONPASSIVE. We have the hand around the globe, so that very soon we are getting many ways that we can help humanity, so that with ONPASSIVE everything is possible. So we have Ash with a great heart for the humanity, so that many ways to help the humanity will get opened with ONPASSIVE, so that I think God bless everyone. Very soon we are going to help the humanity in many more ways, and Ash opens all the possible ways to help the humanity, all the possible ways and all the possible charity for something. Everything will be opened with the help of the humanity. Sorry, with the help of the ONPASSIVE. So I think everything will be well soon, very soon, I think. Yeah, ONPASSIVE will give a new way to the world, so that we can help in all the possible ways. Yes, sir. Thank you. It's very nice to meet you all.
All right. Thank you, Satya. Thank you, Satya. Yes, and ONPASSIVE will change everything, the way we do everything. It is everything. So thank you so much for coming and sharing today. All right, and next up, I know you're down the list, but you was, I don't know what happened to you, Akram. You got kicked out or something. So come on down and talk to us, Akram.
Hello.
Hey, Akram, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Milo, today's webinars is very nice, and it was starting, it was the really good brainstorming, and now it is going fantastic mood. So I really appreciate all of you, and they are giving the nice knowledgeable speech. So here is actually, I'm so excited. It's really excited. So how I can express that now, I'm thinking that, but I'd like to say that dream can be true very early. What I am thinking that dream can be true very early. So it is my realization. You know that if I don't join the ONPASSIVE, I don't understand that dream can be true very early. Because when I joined in ONPASSIVE, that moment I have seen the dream, but I realized that, and I also told to my friends, here is also one of the friend, Mr. Nozul Haq. I always told that it will be our dream can be true maybe 2023 in the mid time. But last Ash last 1 month, what we have seen that from our beloved CEO Ash Mufara sir, so it's really, really amazing. But we cannot think that, and we cannot understand that it can be true very early. So I'm really, really excited. And also, hello world. Here, if I don't join here, I cannot say Listra, and I cannot say Elif Jean. And also, I don't know, I would not know there have Dr. Benny, King, King and Queen. So there is interesting things.
Shut
And
up
also,
and bend over.
actually, please remove him because he's doing noise in. And also, you see that Lynn Nakamoto, and also, and there have many. So it's really, really amazing. And it's, you know that this is the excited moment. 212 countries, we are the united. That's really, really fantastic. You know that we cannot imagine that. So there have a lot of our great families. We are combined in the whole country. So everyone, we know each and others. If you feel that, and you can think, you can never, we can't express it, what is the feelings actually. And at this moment, before our starting our, when we are going to the global launching, or we are going to the market of the products, and very soon we will see the whole world, our FIFA World Cup 2022 Qatar. So it's really, really amazing. So everything we are getting in 2022. So that is fantastic, and love you all. Milo, I really, really so much excited, and I can say more things. So that is, it will not be organized. So because when I am excited, no, it will not be organized. So you understand that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Akram. Thank you. One of these days, I'm gonna get to meet you and Mafus, man. I can't wait to do that, man. And all the founders, man, and I get to hug them, man. It's just gonna be a good day for us. Hey, I would like to throw a congratulations out there to a guy, Bill Musk does a ton of stuff for us. Everybody. I mean, he puts out movies and our videos, and he is just behind the scenes. And I don't think I can get him to come out and talk, but Bill, I want you to know how much we appreciate you on the ONPASSIVE Milo show. Coming here, you know, showing up, and all the stuff you do for us. I really appreciate it. So you're welcome to come down, but I know that's not your style. You like to work behind the scene, and that is great. We love you working behind the scene. You are awesome. All right, thank you. All right, next up we got Mr. Bruce Gersting. Come on down, brother.
Thank you, Milo. My whole body is beaming, bursting, and excited about everything about ONPASSIVE. I want to thank you, Milo, for putting on a great show, and Amy too for everything you've given us. I also especially want to thank Lynn and Ron for bringing Ash Mufara's video to us last night. That was so inspiring and so visionary. And what was amazing is that even Ash's dream, when Ash dreamed big, even his dreams got bigger. Unsuspecting from him, they got bigger and bigger and bigger. And wherever we are ONPASSIVE, our dreams can be bigger. And just when you think you've reached the top, look further and you'll see a top much higher than that. I want to thank Alicia because I want to be in her jet plane, so I want to be very gracious with her. And I want to thank Marcian and everybody else here for what they said. Marcian, you know, ONPASSIVE is like a dam. All the dam is building up beyond the wall. It seeps out a little bit, little nuggets we get. But when the wall breaks and the floodgates open up, there will be no more poverty in the world. Asher said that. There will be clean water in Cameroon and all of Africa and all of the Philippines and all over the world, wherever it may be. Even in this country in America, we're sure of water, and the water will be plentiful. Everything in this world, once the dam opens, will be fulfilled. We will have housing for people, we will have homes for people, clothing for people, education for people, and pure health, good health for people, and joy for people. And the most important thing of all of that is love and joy and kindness and compassion for everybody in this world. The wonderful thing about Unpassive is I came here like everybody else looking to make a buck and not wanting to go through the routine of what MLM, multi-level stuff did before. And I remember saying, never going to do it again. And I said, you know, $97 is worth a chance. It's worth a chance. And I came to believe in everything that it says. I started writing a song. The lyrics went, who could believe this could happen? Just when I felt my world fading away. Just when I wanted to give up everything. Unpassive came and it showed me a way. And I am a miracle in the making. We're all miracles in the making. Ash always tells us to remember that we're perfect. Ash always tells us to understand that we have greatness inside of us. Always understand that that greatness will never dim unless you want it to. I want to be great, so I am great. I want to be a miracle, so I am a miracle. I want to be perfect, so I am perfect. Because I always say, my God does not make junk. Perfect cannot make anything but perfect. So we're all here perfectly each other. And Unpassive is perfectly created by a wonderful, compassionate human being. I want to thank Esther Farah from the bottom of my heart. Like Richard Ramon would say, I love you, Esther Farah, and I love you, Unpassive, with all my heart. So it's
All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. All right, and we have our last one coming up, Mr. Idris Omar. Come on down.
Hello, Milo. Hello, all family. How are you doing, friends?
Good.
Yeah, how are you, Milo? You promised me to come to Norway, but I'm waiting. Yeah.
One of these days, Idris, I'll be there. That's for sure. I'm doing well. I'm doing better than can be expected.
Very good, very good. Yeah, my name is Idris Omar. I am from Eritrea, which is East Africa, but I'm living in Norway. And what making me excited is about Unpassive. I was after finishing my education in Eritrea, I started to work as a primary teacher. So I got a salary with just $30 a month, Milo, just $30. So I thought this is not a freedom, this is not a financial independence. So I left my country, I left my friend, my closer friend, all the country, and I ended up crossing a Mediterranean Sea to the Europe, and I ended up in Norway, which is a beautiful country, by the way. I love to be here, but after learning a new language, new culture, and very cold weather, but very beautiful. So I start to earn money as I work at a different thing. So I got more than I got in my home country. Like I got from $30 to $3,000. And I was, yes, I am now in the freedom. I could help my family, friends, but what happened, like all of us, I have to pay a lot of bills. I have to pay for my house, I have to pay for the insurance, I have to pay for a lot of things. So I couldn't help my family, even I am so far from them. Suddenly I got on passive before 3 years, and I am in fire from that day. I'm so excited about this freedom. We got the freedom to help a lot of people. We got the freedom to do what we want to do. We got the freedom to live wherever we want. So I am so grateful for this opportunity. I am so happy to be with you. I know that I am not very by video, but I'm listening to you. And I have been with Milo and the special guest last year, and we had some presentation. Thank you so much for all the leaders, Milo, Jenny, Lynn, Marty, Mike, all the family. Thank you so much. We are learning every day a lot of stuff from you. We are so grateful to listen to you every time. Thank you, Milo.
Thank you, Idris. Thank you, Idris. Hey, I see one other hand up. We're gonna bring her on for 2 minutes, and that's Pooja. Pooja, come on down.
Hi, Milo sir. Thanks a lot for bringing me in. And hi, Lynn, and hi, everyone here. Yeah, congratulations, Amy, first of all. The topic, like what excites me, usually we have is general 3 questions in our life: why, how, and when. The first year I joined ONPASSIVE, I used to think like, why is it built, and why it is like, why I have to do this. So I got my answers on the first time, and the last year when I came to this platform, I started understanding, attending webinars and things. I got my second questions, how it will work to my life. And now after the last webinar with Ash, the things that he has discussed and things, it has really given me an answer to like how it would like about my future. Like I have no questions when. I know when it will. I know I'll no more have any questions in my life. Can I do this? When will this happen? So definitely this is exciting me a lot, because the way it is built and way Asher has brought things in, he has really built a brand within us. So salute to the not only the organization, the way he's doing marketing is also become a big brand. So definitely like he has taken to us to a level that we could never reach. And thanks to him and thanks to everyone, and especially thanks to you, Milosa, for whatever you're doing it across.
Thank you, Pooja, and thank you for all you do also. All right, let me run over what we're going to be discussing next week, because it is awesome. Next week's is awesome too, man. I keep finding these projects that, man, I love them, and I want you guys, if you've got a project, man, please call me or text, Facebook me or text me if you got my phone number, and let me know what it is, and let's talk about it, and let's bring that show forward. Okay, so next week, Wayne Dockery wasn't able to be here today. His grandmother or something, his wife's grandmother died. And so he apologized for not being here. But next week, he's going to come and we're going to talk about how to create a scholarship fund. Does that sound cool? How can we create a scholarship fund any place in the world? We're going to be able to do it. We're going to talk to you about how we're going to fund it. You know, what do we need to do? We want to, you think about what you want to say and come back next week, man. Now, we're going to be just about done here unless Mr. Ash Mafaro shows up. If Mr. Ash Mafaro shows up, we open the door, man. He can stay as long as he wants to. But right now, let me bring on some of the people that have made this happen today. Miss Jean, come on down. You spoke a lot. Say a minute.
I spoke a lot. I spoke too much.
No, it was good. It was all good.
Milo, this has been wonderful. Oh my gosh. You know, Amy, your projects are phenomenal. I cannot wait to see how they develop. I know it was a lot of information, a lot of people's ideas coming at you all at once. And I hope you can sit with that and then create it the way that you want it, the way that feels good to your heart. And then you can move forward, and then we'll be there to support you. All of the speakers about what excites you about ONPASSIVE. I was brought from, wanting to go right into tears to just wanting to jump up and down and dance with Marcienne. We are in such a beautiful, beautiful place. And I'm so excited to be on the journey with you. I can't wait to meet all of you and give you all a hug. And we're just going to have so much fun. And Milo, thank you for this platform, because look at how the topic, it just sort of blossoms every single time. And although I cannot attend next week because I'm going to be with my sister, I will catch that replay and I will find out about how to set up a scholarship fund, because that is we're going to need it. We're going to be doing this right and left. So thank you, Milo. Thank you, everybody on the panel. Thank you, Chat Guardians. Boy, whew, we were in force today. And thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Jean. And let's see, Lystra, you're in there on the chat panel. Come on down and say a minute.
Oh my gosh, I don't have anything else to add. I added and Jean just said everything that's in my heart. But I will say it again, I would be nowhere without all of you guys. When I say that, I mean, you guys complete my life. You complete my life, and I'm so grateful. Mr. Bill Musk, Mr. UK himself, one of these days, you gotta give it up. You got to. Thanks, Milo.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Lystra, for coming down. You guys had your hands full today, and we thank you for what you're doing. The chat police himself, Mr. John Barilla, come on down. Thank you for all you do, brother.
Oh, sure. Hey, hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Amy, you did great today. I don't know what you were worried about. It was great. I don't have anything to add either. I usually don't, because so many great things have been said. It's been great presentation. I mean, just this good discussion about all of this. But I would just like to do what I usually do, because it's been a little bit busy today. And I want to thank the people that helped me. I'm going to do that very quickly and get off. Okay. MK Cayley, Yin Yang, Casey Zevenbergen, Kushal Pagoo, Gina Leva, Lister Tuach, Mayra Aquino, Bruce Gerstein, Roy Davies, Rob Gorman, Dave Rosalski. And if I missed any of my guardians, I'm sorry, but you can yell at me and I'll get you next time. That's all I got. That was really good work today. And we had a couple of nasties in our little chat in the Zoom today. I'm really upset about that, but we got them. So everything's good. Bye-bye.
I heard them come up and I seen you got them, and I just appreciate all you guys do that make my life a whole lot easier. And remember, you guys all make me too. You guys talk about all of us making, I think we all complete each other. What an incredible place ONPASSIVE is. All right, let me see. Marcianne Hambaboo, she always starts the program out. Come down and give us your 1 minute.
Thank you, Milo. I just want to remind all of us that please sign in on Milo YouTube, and share it also for those that they are not around, so that they can see and they can listen to what we have been saying, because sharing is caring and caring is love. And Bill Musk's channel, please go there. There's so much, a lot of little video from Bill Musk, John White, Timmy Johnson. So let us share ONPASSIVE to the whole world. That's the only way that we can do to help our CEO and to send him our love, is sharing the name ONPASSIVE around the world. Thank you for having me. And on Saturday, I'm going to be here again, and I'll be listening and learning. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Marcianne. Thank you, Marcianne. All right. And next up we have, let's see, Miss Lynn Nakamoto, come on down. She's here always for us.
Great show. I saw the YouTube chats were active today. Lots of chat going on. And I think that's a big part of your webinar as well. Even though it's quiet, they are in there and they're engaged. So good job, Milo.
Awesome. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much for all the help you always give to us and do. All right, next up, guess who we got? Miss Amy Radecki. Man, thank you so much. You knocked it out of the park today. You and Mike were awesome. Come say your closing remarks to us, please.
Well, thank you for having me, Milo. And always good to see all of our friends and family.
Looking forward to this.
Oh yeah, we're looking forward to the scholarship. Mike's telling me what to say. Looking forward to next Saturday, the scholarship. We'll be driving to Florida, but we'll be listening. So
awesome. Well, thank you and Mike for coming out and for sharing your passion with us. you know, that we can all get involved with it. We really love it. Let's see. I don't know if Marty's here. Marty, is Marty here? Marty's our big brother, and he's more than welcome to come on if he is here. Marty, are you here?
No, he's not
Nope,
here.
Marty's not here. Okay, that guy's busy, man. No telling where he is. He's on something. So
he's got family around today. He's probably distracted with that.
Oh, absolutely. He can't wait to get that big living room, and I can't wait for him to get that too, you know, because I want to go visit him. Hey, Lynn, do you want to go over the webinars coming up, because you know them better than me?
Yeah, well, just a couple, I think. Tonight, the main one is the PNG, Papua New Guinea webinar at midnight. And the topic will be UNPASSIVE, the week in review. The week in review. So that should be informative for all of us. I think we can gain something from that topic. And then on Sunday, the main one that I'm associated with is the Heroes webinar, and that is at 1:30 p.m., where we have Red Redford give an update about UNPASSIVE. Then we have the OTech pros talk a little bit, and then we have Andy Burks talk about the sales perspective. And after that, we have a Q&A from the attendees. So anybody can make comments and ask questions. So that's usually a really good one. And again, that's at 1:30 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Thanks.
And Lynn, tonight at 10:30, when is your Roblin Live?
Yeah, I always forget my own thing. I don't know what that is, but 10:30 p.m. Eastern is Roblin Live.
And
Come and
that's
join us.
every night, correct, Lynn?
Yeah, it's every night at midnight, except on Saturday, I do it twice because we want to not affect the PNG, you know, because PNG is at midnight. So instead of going on midnight, we make it at 10:30, but every other night it's midnight.
Gotcha. You guys do a great job. You and Ron on Friday night also. Let's see, on Wednesday, we've got Live 360. You don't want to miss that show. That's a great show. Of course, Marty, Red, and Chris, they do their updates. You got the California Angels. I believe, Sherry Dursway, are you here? You guys have something coming up, right?
Yes. First, I want to mention this before I mention our event. Just in the back office was listed a webinar that's tomorrow, Sunday, and Ash is going to be there. It's supposed to be the doctor's thing. If you go to the back office, and you'll see it. It starts at it's with Dr. Shaw and Dr. Bill and Ash. It starts at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's right up in the pop-up. When you get back there, you'll see a big pop-up about that. So I wanted to mention that because maybe people haven't seen that yet. And then we here in California having a live event. It's going to be exciting. Our numbers are climbing and how many people are coming. It's October 2nd, I believe, from 1 until 4. We put 3, but I think we can have the room till 4, and it'll probably go that long. So it's going to be fun. We're going to be hanging out, touching, meeting more of the founders, and then also going over if there's new things to share with them, if there's anything needed to be shared. So we're excited about that. So if you're in the California area or you plan on coming this way, even if you're living in a different state, different country, we're looking forward to us. Just get back in touch with one of us, Terry Thompson, myself, or Julie Nguyen. Thank you so much, Milo, for letting me share that because I wanted everybody
All
to know.
right, anytime, man. You guys are doing a good job. You and Julie and Sherry and Terry all the time. And you guys have lives. I don't know that there's a certain time you have them, but I know you have them pop up all the time, right?
Yes, we call it the Heart to Heart. They were on Thursdays, but things kind of got swung around because of Ash coming on sometimes on Thursdays and just different things. So we don't really have a set time at the moment, but we're going to get back in the swing of that. But
perfect. Just watch for that. And I'd like to thank all of you guys that share this, because we wouldn't get it out if you didn't share. Lynn is great at sharing. Chris Johnson shares. Kevin Rutledge. Kevin, come on down and say something. You might know something that we don't about to share.
And don't forget, Marcienne shares a lot. Marcienne does a lot on Facebook and other groups. Thank you,
All
Marcienne.
right. Kevin, are you here? No, okay. Marcian, thank you so much. I think it doesn't Simpel share a lot, and Tanya shares a lot. Cherioko shares a lot, you know, and anyone that gets that and shares it, man, I appreciate you, because remember, that's the way we grow. That's the only way we grow, and we get the word out there, is that you guys do it. Well, it has come that time, and it looks like Mr. Ash did not show up, so we're going to close it down, and we'll catch him the next time or whatever. So I want to say to all of you, thank you so much for coming today. It was an awesome time. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Lynn, John, and Marcian, Lysra, everyone that shared, Jean, you know, Cynthia Brown. It's good to see you, sister, man, and Dr. Benny and Akram and all the people that are here, man. It's just so good to see you all. So I say good night from Nashville.
Goodbye from Canada.
Good night from
Hi,
USA.
from Houston, Texas.
Goodbye from South
Night
Beach,
from
Michigan.
Report night from Florida.
Night from Pennsylvania,
Bye from
USA.
Norway.
Good
Good night
night
from
from
India.
Maryland.
Good night from New York City.
Good night,
Good
South
night from
Carolina.
Chevy Chase, Maryland,
Good
USA.
night from Maryland, USA.
Good night from Philadelphia.
Dr.
Mike.
Thanks,
Benny.
Bruce. Thanks, Gene.
See you later,
Night
bro.
from Philadelphia.
Dr. Benny, thanks a lot.
Happy weekend from
Thank
Houston.
you. God bless you.
Lynn.
Night from